What's up, interweb? Donut here from Donut Online. Today I'm going to show you how you can make this professional looking website in just no time at all, because we're working with WordPress again, next on Through the Donut Hole. So let's get started. Here we are on our WordPress dashboard. Everything is a blank slate so far. We haven't done anything, and that's how we're going to start this tutorial, a blank slate. The first thing that we need to do is acquire our theme, and for today's video we're going to be using the Astra theme, which you can get at wpastra.com. Once you hit the site, you'll notice a big Download Now button right in the middle of the first page. Go ahead and click on that, and you'll be taken to a pricing page. Now, Astra does have a few different bundles. You can get Astra Pro, $47. They have a mini agency bundle, which unlocks more themes and demos to import. And then they have the big agency bundle, which unlocks even more templates and has all the different pro features as well. We're going to scroll down here close to the middle, and you're going to see a link that says Download Free Astra Theme. That's what we're going to be working with today. So go ahead and click Download Free Astra Theme. It's going to come up with a subscription box. Don't worry about that. Just click the no thanks, I just want to download Astra, and it'll begin your download. So this is going to download in a zip file, which is already easily put together, and we can import it directly into WordPress. So my download is complete. Let's go ahead and go back over to WordPress, and we'll go over to Appearance, and then Themes. And then we want to click this Add New button on the Themes page. Now it's going to load the themes that they have in their library online already, but since we're using the Astra theme and it's a third-party theme, we want to upload it from their website directly to make sure we have the latest version. So we're going to click on Upload Theme now, and then click Choose File, or you can just drag and drop it into here. And I'm going to go over to my downloads and upload the zip just how it was, just how we downloaded it, and click Install Now. Once the install is finished, you want to go ahead and click the Activate link right here underneath Theme Installed Successfully. Alright, we've officially installed the Astra theme and we've activated it. Now, let's take a look at our website real quick. You can also do this by hovering over the site name and hit Visit Site. I just go to the URL. So we'll notice, even with our new Astra theme, nothing has really changed. It's still the base type of WordPress site, set up for maybe a really basic blog. What we're going to do now is we're going to change all this. We're going to customize it to make it look like how the screenshot did at the beginning, and we're going to make it your own. I'm going to show you how to make it how you want it. So let's go ahead and go under Appearance and click Astra Options on the dashboard. And then the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go through the demo import process. Basically, Astra has a bunch of themes that are already prepared that we can import, and you can choose your own. But first we need to install the importer plugin. So click Install Importer Plugin. And it's going to automatically activate it for us. As you see, it says Activating Now. Alright, once that's done, it's going to ask us to select a page builder. Now, you can use any of these. Elementor is the most popular one, Gutenberg is the latest, but we're going to use Elementor for the purposes of this tutorial because, well, it's the one that I like, and also it's the most popular, so it's got the most support out there. So click Elementor, and then it's going to take us here. These are all the different prepared themes and demos and templates that Astra has as part of this free package. You'll notice there's ones that say agency up top here on the corners of their thumbnails. Those are the ones that are for premium themes, and basically you have to have that agency paid for package to use those ones. But any theme that you see, any thumbnail that doesn't have the agency box up in the top right corner, those are free game right now to use with the free theme. So for today's tutorial, we're going to scroll down and we're going to use, it's called Digital Agency. Almost all the way at the bottom. Right here, Digital Agency. And now again, you can pick any theme that you want that doesn't have the agency box on it. The tutorial is mostly the same for all of the different themes, so if you want to customize something, it's basically going to be the same. So remember that when you move forward, and if you ever want to change the theme, you can take what you learned from this tutorial and apply it to a new theme. So I'm going to click on Digital Agency. It's going to bring us up some screenshots of the different pages, what they look like, so if you decide that's the one that you want, go ahead and click Import Complete Site. Now you can keep everything checked here, import customizer settings, content, etc. You can leave delete previously imported site unchecked because this is the first time we're doing it. Now if you do want to import a new template site or demo site, then the next time you import one, you're going to have to click this delete previously imported site. And it's going to wipe out all of the content from the previously imported site to set up your new one. So I'm going to keep that unchecked for now, but just make sure you check that if you're doing a new template. And then click Import. Takes a moment to import, but once you have it, it'll alert you to check out your website. Alright, as you can see, it says, hooray, our website has been imported successfully, which means the theme is loaded, all of the content is loaded, and we're ready to check out our site. So let's click on the Visit Site button, and it's going to open in a new tab. And now we can see our website has completely been changed. Everything's been revamped into this template that we chose. So we can see here, we've got a new header, we've got a new background picture, we've got some different sections. Everything loads with dynamic animation. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to customize everything that you would want to customize and just get your feet in a little bit here. So let's go ahead and close out our site for right now. Close that box there on the dashboard. And then on the dashboard, we're going to go over to Appearance and Astra Options. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to change the logo. So once you're in Astra Options, you're going to see over here we have links to customizer settings. Basically, these just zip you over to the customizer and into the proper places that you want to do. These are the most popular ones that you're going to want to change on Astra first look. So we'll go ahead and click Upload Logo. And then once the customizer loads, it's going to take us directly to where we need to go, so give it a chance to get there. And you'll see it opens up under our site identity, our site logo section. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is click Change Logo on the logo area. And if you click Select Files, you can also drag and drop there. I'm going to choose this one that I made just for this tutorial. We're going to call it Donut Web. And select that. You'll want to crop your logo to make sure everything fits in there. Click Crop Image. Alright, now we've changed the first logo. Now you'll notice though that the logo didn't change. Well, at least it didn't on my machine. It might on yours, it just depends what kind of monitor or device you're using. This is just the plain monitor logo display. Down here we have the Retina logo display. A lot of you might be on MacBooks or laptops that have a Retina display, so this is where we need to change it for those types of devices. So we're going to click Change Image again. And then we've already uploaded the image, so we just have to click the same one that we used before and click Choose Image. And boom, you'll notice that the logo changes, but it might not be the right size. So you can actually adjust the logo width. I'm going to bring mine down to, let's say, 250 and see how it looks. Yeah, 250 doesn't look bad. I could even make it maybe 275 or maybe even 300, and it would still probably match up to everything well. So I'm going to leave it at 250 for right now. You can adjust your logo width to make it look more comfortable for your site and whatever works for you. Alright, so once we've got the logo done, you can also upload on this section a site icon. That's this little icon that shows up on your tabs whenever you're visiting the site. You can also change your site title. Maybe you don't want it to be called Donut Web. Maybe you want it to be called Donuts Site or something other. I'm going to keep mine as Donut Web for right now. And then you can change your site tagline. Right now, it's going to be the default, just another WordPress site. I'm going to change mine to This is Donuts Site. And you'll notice it'll change actually up in the tab once you visit. So we'll go ahead and click Publish once we're done making all of the changes. And then once you visit your site again, we should have everything that you changed in there. The logo should be updated. Your site title should be updated. The site phrase should be updated. Everything that we've done so far has taken effect. So now that we've got the new logo in there, let's talk about maybe changing this header. This is a good header for a business website, but maybe you have another image that you want to use, like a stock image or an image from your company, or an image from a vacation if you want to make a travel blog. Whatever you want to do, this is how we're going to do it to change this main image up here in the header. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to close out my extra tabs because I don't need those anymore. And you're going to go up here, it's going to say Edit with Elementor up here in the top menu. We're going to click on that. Now this is going to load the front-end editor Elementor. We installed it during the process of installing the import in the template. Basically what this does is it gives us a nice user interface to modify our site and the looks of our site and the design of our site without having to dig into any widgets or nitty-gritty code or anything like that. So what we were talking about changing is this main header image. This guy walking on the street, businessman obviously, kind of looks relaxed without the tie, but let's go ahead and change this guy up. So I'm going to go ahead and come up here. If you hover over the section, you'll see this little bar. You've got X, which is going to delete the section. Don't click that. And then this little middle bar is Edit Section. Click on Edit Section. It's going to notify you that you can use right click on those too. But then we're going to go over here in the Edit Section pane and we're going to click Style. And underneath the Style options, you're going to see we have an option for Image. So if we want to change this image, you're going to go ahead and click Choose Image. And we haven't uploaded an image yet unless you have previously, but we're going to go to Upload and select Files. And I have a nice looking image here that I've used just for this tutorial. And once it loads, you're going to click Insert Media. Alright, it's loaded. Insert Media. And we'll notice our image changes. Now, as you can see with this pane open, everything's squashed together. So to get a really good idea of what it's going to look like, you're going to have to actually save and publish this and then go ahead and go back to your site in another tab just to see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and do my position differently on this image. You can change this around for yours, whatever fits, whatever image you're using. I'm going to change mine to center. Right now it's center right. So center is going to move my image. It's going to center it completely just as how the image was created. It's going to center the whole image. And so I'm going to click Update. Alright, once that's updated, we can actually go ahead and visit our site again. So we can see the new header images and the changes that we've made so far. Alright, so there we go. We've changed our header. We no longer have the relaxed looking businessman. We've got a nice looking cup of coffee with a laptop. Looks like maybe something for a creative agency, or maybe it's even your blog. You know, you could do anything with this theme. It doesn't just have to be for a creative agency or a business website. You can turn this into anything with the skills that I'm teaching you. So now that we've edited our header, the next thing that we want to do is mess with our menus here. So you'll see we have the standard menu is Home, About, Services, Contact, and then there's this Request Quote button. So I'm going to show you how to change all of that. What we'll need to do is go back to our dashboard. So hover over your site name in the top left and click Dashboard. And the first thing that you're going to want to look at when you're editing the menu is the actual menu console itself. So if you hover over Appearance and then click Menus, you'll notice it already has our default menu loaded: Home, About, Services, and Contact. To edit these, you just have to click the little arrow for drop down, and you can change your home label. If you want to change the home to, let's say, root or something clever that you thought of, you can go ahead and change that right there. You can also remove the link altogether if you want to add a different link. Now let's say that you do want to add a different link. Let's say we hit remove on that. So we can do pages. These are already prepared pages. If you create a page and you want to link to it, it'll show up in here. So you can click that and click Add to Menu, and we'll notice another block is going to appear. Now I use Contact. We already have Contact, so now I'm going to remove this just for the purposes of this tutorial. Or let's say maybe you want to link to an outside site or a page that's not hosted here. You can go down to Custom Links and click put in your URL and then whatever you want to call it. Put in the link, put in the text that you want it to say, and click Add to Menu. So here now at the bottom you can see our custom link that we've added. If you want to change this in the hierarchy, maybe you want it to come right after Home, you just click and drag it wherever you want in the order. I'm going to remove this again because I don't need it for right now, but that's how you do that if you need to change your menus at all. And then once you make your changes, make sure you hit Save Menu, otherwise they won't take effect. Alright, so we've talked about how to actually change the menu itself and the links and the options in the menu. Let's take a look at something else here. So maybe you want to change this Request Quote button. Okay, so that wasn't in the menus. It wasn't in the menu section at all. So what we're going to do is click on Customize. And this is going to be in our customizing section. And then we're going to go into Header. And then Primary Menu. And then you'll see there's this button option here that's set up. So this is the last item in the menu. It's the button. Now you can change this to a search bar if you wanted to change to that. You'll notice now the button's gone and it changes the search. You can change it to none if you don't want any button there. But we're going to go ahead and use a button for today. So I'm going to change it back to button. And then we'll go ahead and change the text. Maybe when I want to change it to Order Now. And then you can change the link to where it goes as well. If you notice that the button behind it, the actual background button disappears, just go ahead and toggle this back and forward. And it'll change back. It's a little glitch that I noticed, but that's how you get past that. And then you can change the actual button link if there's a different button that you want to, or a different link that you want that button to go to. Maybe you want it to go to a new website somewhere else or to an order page. That's where you would change that. Now, so I've showed you how to actually change this button text. Maybe you want to change the button colors. So we're going to click Publish now that I've changed the button text. And then we're going to get in on how to change the default button colors. So if we go back after that's published, go back again, and under Global, there's going to be a Buttons option. And then once you bring out the Buttons option, you can click on the Edit button next to Color. Now you can see there's a background color already set. It's this nice looking blue that matches my logo and everything, but maybe that doesn't match your logo. Maybe you need to change that. Maybe you need to change your link colors. Let's go through that then. So if you click on the background color, copy this so I can save it. Maybe you want to change it to green, or yellow, or gold, or whatever. You'll notice that these buttons, the default buttons of the template, change to whatever color you make them. I'm going to make mine that nice soothing blue again because it does again match my logo and the theme. And then once you have your color changed, you can actually go ahead and click Publish. Alright, so I've showed you how to change the text on these buttons. I've showed you how to change the color of the backgrounds of the buttons. Maybe you want to change the colors of your base colors of the website. So go back into, let me show you a little bit slower here. So if you go back into Global and Colors, Base Colors, then you'll see you can change the theme color and the link color. So let's change this link color. Again, I'm going to copy this so I can change it back, but maybe you want links that are active to be green. So you'll notice that changes my active links to green. I'm going to keep mine on blue for now. But that is the section where you would edit all of that. Your main site colors, the button colors, everything to match up to how you want the theme to be, to match your logo or to match your brand. That's how you're going to do that. So I'm going to click Publish to save the changes. And alright, we're done with menus. So now we've talked about how to customize the menus, customize the buttons. What's next? The page content. So I'm going to go ahead and close the customizer. And it's going to bring me to my main website. So you see we've got this website, our headers changed, our menus are set up the way we want them, we've got our logo, but this site content is not your own. How are we going to edit that? Well, let's do that right now. If you go ahead on your website and hover over Edit with Elementor and click that, you're going to get the page editor, the front end page editor, Elementor, to come up again. Now I'm going to show you how to modify everything in here. So let's say that you want to change stunning business website or anything up here. You'll notice that this has its own little section. This is a column. Alright, and you can delete this whole column if you right click on the column handle and click delete. But we're not going to do that today. So, and also Control Z does work in here. You can always do Control Z to undo any move that you make if you accidentally delete something. Just a pro tip there. So let's say we want to change this from stunning business website to amazing business website. Alright, so we've changed that text. Maybe we want to change this. Fastest and most lightweight WP theme. If you just click it, you'll notice over here in the left-hand pane, you've got the title, which is the text, or you can just highlight it right there and change it. I used Control Z there if you noticed. I'm going to keep mine the same, and same thing with this text. If you click on it, you'll notice it brings up a text editor. You can change whatever you want, create your own website in minutes, no coding skills required. You can make that say whatever you want, or maybe you want to delete it. If you right click on the little pencil icon, you've got a delete option. Now this button over here, same thing with it. If you just hover over the button, click it for the section, it's going to give you, if you want to change the button type from default to an info button or a success button or a warning button. You can change the link, so you can change where this button goes. Now the button will go to donutweb.com. And that's basically it. You can go ahead and click update to change the make the changes of the settings that you've changed here and the text that you've changed. And we've gone ahead and made our first changes. But let's say if you scroll down a little bit more, maybe you want to change this section from how can we help to our services. So all you have to do is click into the section and type out what you want after you highlight the text, or you can do it over here in the pane. Our services. Maybe you want to change this text as well. We offer a wide variety of services. So we can change that to whatever we want. Put in what you want in there. And same thing with these over here, these little services sections. Maybe you don't want it to say design. Maybe you want it to say something completely different. Maybe you want to change this icon. So to do that, you just have to click into the section, and it's going to bring up some options over here in the left pane. So the first option you see is choose image. Maybe you have a different icon set that you want to use for these that better match up your services. So if you want to do that, you'll click change image, and it's going to bring up your media library. Click the image that you want to change it to, and click insert media. So you'll notice that the icon has changed, and then you can go ahead and click into title and description on the left pane, or just click and highlight the text over here on the right side in the main content window. And you can change up the description as well. Ta-da! Control Z. Alright, so we've changed everything that we want to change. Make sure you hit update so the changes take effect. And it's going to change whatever changes that you made over here into the content window. So I've showed you how to edit certain sections. I've showed you how to delete them. Again, if you want to delete a section, you just hover over the edit column and hit delete. Let's actually do an example of deleting a section. So if you scroll down below our services, you'll notice that we have portfolio. So maybe we don't want a portfolio on the main website. Maybe we want to put that somewhere on the main page. Maybe we want to put that on its own page somewhere. You can right click and hit delete. Alright, we've successfully deleted a section. Maybe we don't want to have who we've worked with here. Again, right click and delete. And if you notice that it's a section of its own and not a column, you've got the delete section X over here in that center bar when you hover over it. Alright, so we've deleted a couple sections. If you want to add a section in place of where those were, you just have to click this little button right there. But we're going to keep it like this for right now. We're going to keep our testimonials here. And then underneath we've got a meet the team option. Again, you can delete what sections you want and which ones you don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and click update to make sure my deleted sections save. And we're going to take a visit to our website. So here on our main site, you'll notice that everything that we've changed so far, our header info, our services info, everything that we've entered has changed. But something looks a little bit off. Something's not completely perfect on the design, at least where I think. So we'll notice that under our services, you see this white background, and what clients say is it also a white background. You want to mix those up to give it a little spice. You notice how Meet the Team has this gray background? Usually what I do is every other section would get the different gray background. So since we deleted some sections that also had that gray background, let me show you how to change those background colors in case you want to delete sections and change up the background colors as well. So back into our Elementor home here and our Elementor editor. If you need to get to it again, just click Edit with Elementor. And so let's scroll down past our services section and over here to what clients say. First, let's take the background color from here. So if you click on the Edit button under Meet the Team and go to Style, you'll notice it's got the background type and the color. You'll see the color here is this light gray. Let's go ahead and copy that hex code out of here so we can use it up here. So now I'm going to click off of that and then go to Edit on what clients say in that section. And then same thing, we'll go to Style, and we'll click Color, and we'll drop in that hex code, or you can choose it from the palette, and boom, we see that that color has now changed for the entire background of that section. But then our text box still has this white background. So go ahead and click on the What Clients Say text, and then go over to Style, same thing as we did for the section. And you'll notice there's a text color, typography. If you go to Advanced and click on Background, you can click Color, and then drop in that gray so it matches up with the rest of our section. And boom, now we've got a uniform section. But then down here on Meet the Team is also gray. We want to make that white background. That way, you know, things are differentiated from section to section. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Edit on Meet the Team. And then again under Style menu, we'll click on Color, and we'll change that to pure white, which is all F's on the hex code. And there we have it. We've changed the colors, so now we have header, which has some nice gray contrast in it, to our services, which has a white background, to what our clients say, which has the gray background, and then meet the team, which has a white, and then it comes into the would you like to start a project with us. So all these colors are different, so it differentiates the columns from each other and spices things up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and click update to make sure our changes save. And then let's go ahead and go to our main site here, just to make sure everything's changed. Alright, so we've got our header changes, we've got our services section changes, our quotes section changes, our meet the team, and all of this again can be edited with Elementor. So if you go back to edit with Elementor, let's do one final comb over of the main page just so you can see other things that can be edited. So maybe you want to change our team up. If you click on the edit button over one of the images or over our team completely, you'll notice you can change this. So you can change that text, you can change a person if you want to click edit over there. You can change the layout width of the pictures and everything. If you want to edit an individual picture, you've got the edit image icon here. You can change the image, you can change the size from large to small to thumbnail. You kind of want those to be uniform. Or maybe you just want to delete the entire section itself. Right click on the column handle, hit delete. But we're going to keep all that the same for right now. And that's going to wrap up our main page edits. So let's go back to our site and see what we have so far and what we want to work on next. So all the changes we've made so far are active. But down here on the Elementor editing, we didn't get to see how to change these footer options. The links down here, important links, our contact information, that's all done in a different section of the Elementor editor. Hover over Edit with Elementor and you'll see there's a footer option. Click on Footer. And then down here in these options, you're going to see that you have the same options under an Elementor editor like you did with the main page. If you want to change this text, you just click, highlight, change it up, or click in the section and you can change it on the left panel here. Or if you want to change this button, you can change that from an info button to a default button, a success button, whatever you want to do. Change the link to where it goes. Or you can change the text in it, which is the phone number. And then down here in the footer, it's the same thing. Let's change these social icons in this logo. So I'm going to hover over the logo, hit the edit button, and then I'm going to change this over to our logo, which I actually have an all white one that's going to look perfect down there. And you see that changes that up. You can change the size of the image from large to medium large or whatever size you want it to be. And then if you want to change this text, same way as you did with the other text boxes, and then these social icons, if you click edit, you'll notice that you have the different options for these. If you want to delete one, maybe you don't want Google Plus in there because nobody uses it anymore, click on the X and it disappears. If you want to change where these go to, if you click on the actual button here, Facebook, you change the link and add the link to your Facebook page. And you do that with the rest of these as well, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you want to change, it's done in here. And these are all collapsible, so you can do them one at a time. Alright, so same thing with these links over here. Hover over, click the edit handle, and you can change those links. Change the home text to root or home, or keep it whatever you want it to be. Change the link to where it goes if you want it to go to a different page or a different website altogether. Same with these important links. Hover over, click the edit button, and you notice the same thing. Click to drop down. Click the drop down for the type of link that you want to change. Change the text. Change the link. And make sure you click update to save your changes. Now it's going to be the same with this contact info. You can click edit over here and you'll notice you've got the drop downs to change the address, or you can just come over here and highlight them and change them directly in the box and maybe change that to something else. And then same with the footer information down here. You'll notice it's just got the default information. It actually uses these tags to pull it in from the site title. You can change that to copyright Donut Web 2020 and then all rights reserved, or whatever you want to show up in the footer. And if you want to change a link, you can also do that down there as well. Make sure you hit update so the changes take. And that's it. We've updated our footer. So let's go ahead and check out our site and make sure everything's changed to how we want it. Alright, and you can see down here in our footer our new logo showing up. We've changed the links to our social icons, and anything else that you wanted to change will now be activated. Excellent. So that's it so far for the main page. Now, I could show you how to edit a page. If you go to About, this is how you would edit any page. Just hit Edit with Elementor when you're on that page. And it's going to be the same deal as our main page. If you want to change the header, if you want to change the links, if you want to change the text, all of that is going to be done through Elementor with the same little edit widgets. Same with this header. If you want to change the header of the About section, you can go ahead and click the edit there, under Style, change that image, whatever you want to do. It's all done with Elementor like I've already showed you. Excuse me. Alright, so the last thing I do want to show you in this tutorial, which is a little bit different, is the contact page. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. Make sure you update your changes if you want to change anything first. And let's go to contact. And now you'll see on contact, we've got, it's sort of set up like a normal page, but if you go down, you've got a form and you've got a map. Let me show you how to change that up. Click edit with Elementor again, and we're going to go to the Elementor editor. And then here we see same deal. If you want to change the header, you just click on the edit button and then go into style. Or if you want to change any of this text, it's the same way as we did on any of the other pages or the main page. What we want to do is change this form. So I'm going to show you how this form works. The form is created. You'll see it's just a short code, this tag right here. But where does that get generated? Well, let me show you. We're going to go to our dashboard, our WP admin dashboard. And you'll see there's an option for WP forms. Go ahead and click on that. And you'll notice there's one form so far. It's called contact form. That's the form that's up here. Now, maybe you want to change or add to this. Maybe you want to add another line of text. And it's going to have this single line of text. And if you click on that, you can change it to your nickname or whatever you want it to be, your phone number. You can add a description, whatever you want. And then click submit, and that'll change up the actual form. I'm not going to change anything here, so I'm not going to click submit. But now I need to update my form, or if you created a new form, you can click on embed, copy the shortcode from here, and then bring it over to our contact section on edit with Elementor, and paste it into where the shortcode goes. And there we have it. We click update, and our new form, or our updated form, is showing on the contact page. Now the last thing I want to show you today is this map. If you click on the map, there's actually going to be an edit option up here just like any other section. And then if you go ahead and go to advanced, oh, I'm sorry, I lied. Click on the map itself, and then the edit button is over here. It's the little pencil edit, and it's going to have the location up here. But maybe you don't want it to be Glasgow, maybe you want it to be New York, New York. Type in the location, wherever it is, your office address, and boom, there you have it. Map is changed. Click update, and we're done. Let's go back over to our contact page now on our site. Make sure our changes are reflected. Alright, you notice now instead of Glasgow, our map says New York, New York. Our footer carries over from every other page. That's a universal global thing once you change your footer. We've changed the headers. Anything that we want to do is all done in Elementor. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. I think that's a good tutorial to get your foot in the sand and in the water. You guys should know what you need to do now using the Elementor, changing the general basic aspects of the Astra site, doing the demo import, changing the logo. We've been through it all. I'd like to thank you for stopping by today and watching this tutorial. If it helped you at all, leave a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button. And if you want to get an alert when new videos come out, click that little bell next to the subscribe button. That way it'll tell you when a new tutorial drops. We try and do one WordPress tutorial a week on this channel, so keep checking back regularly for new updates. Again, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys in the next one.